right, here we go. Here we go. Believe it or not, guys, this is actually the second go around. The first go around, I guess, I tried to tag some individuals, and I guess I got a little bit crazy there, right? And for whatever reason, it just didn't go through. But you know something? Second time is a good thing. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy started here. For all those that have been tuning in, welcome once again for our third edition of Transformation Greatness along with the Small Business Network podcast. We're in episode 147 as part of the Mentor and Change Agent series. This is the third day. The first day, if you missed that was on Monday. I was highlighting as far as with my mom, Louise Kathleen White. And then yesterday, I was highlighting someone else that I consider as being a mentor, Brother Patrick Gray. And today, we're going to talk about someone that, to me, is actually a combination of both. That's a mentor and also a change agent as well. She is something that is amazing, and her story, like, it really captivated me. And then the cool thing about it is, like, she's still active and just like on fire as ever. So do me a favor, as you are tuning in, first and foremost, I say thank you. And I appreciate for all the love, all the support, for all those that's following me. I definitely appreciate that. If you catch this on the live, put in hashtag live. Let me know exactly where you're tuning in from. And if you should happen to catch this on a replay, put in hashtag replay as well. Also, if there's anything that's going to be said in this live stream that really captivates your soul, if it really resonates, if you believe someone can benefit from this podcast, by all means, please feel free to go ahead and share it out. Because one of the things which I've learned as being an entrepreneur for about 11 years is that when there's great value, there's great content. By you being a good, solid human being, even if you feel like it may not benefit you, but by you sharing it along with someone else, you never know on who you can impact, and then thus your blessings can then come back to you. It's funny how the way that things work. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into this here. So I want to go ahead and highlight and introduce to you all an individual that I met. I believe it was about 4 or 5 years ago. And we met in the rooms of MLSP. Some of you guys may know it as My Lead System Pro. Her name is Jackie Stroll. The thing about her that really gravitated to me is up here in her story. And I hope that as far as if she's here, if she don't mind me telling a little bit about her story, I hope not, because this is really like a tribute to her. But I'm going to just give you the short version. She's basically a cancer survivor. She has a beautiful family. I mean, her husband, Jason, he's super cool. I mean, he's always going to be cool in my books because he is a gamer. So right on to that. Props for you for that. But more importantly than her just being a cancer survivor, she is someone that has been through these social media streets. She has someone that's been through the entrepreneur journey. She knows what it's like as far as just having a vision, having a dream. And really no one really supporting you on that. Everyone looking at you like you're crazy, right? The ones that you think will really be there in your corner will be your number one enemy instead of your number one cheerleader. And so as she was explaining more of her story of who she was and her visions and plans and what's that she wanted to do, it gravitated a lot more to me. And so we started connecting. We started to really follow each other more. I remember that she used to have a challenge, a 5-day challenge. And I don't know, Miss Jackie, if you're watching this or you catch this on a replay, I don't know if you remember this, but there was a challenge that you had. And it was in terms of really navigating Facebook and understanding the algorithms and how to really connect as far as with your potential clients. And I remember it was something that stood out. And it really still resonates with me to this day, and I do this a lot. She said, and I'm trying to remember this, when you do just a like, as far on Facebook, okay, cool. It's a like. I mean, you like it and you're going, you're about your business, right? But when you do a heart, yeah, I ain't doing it right. But when you do a heart, that means something. That's something different. That means that you took the time out at least, even if it was only for a few seconds, right? And you took the time out at least, and you love the post. You love the content. You love the message. And so in the beginning, I'm going to be quite honest with you. I was like, well, what difference is it, right? I mean, whether it's a like or a heart, at least you're giving it attention, right? But subconsciously, it does something because on social media here, on this platform, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, it doesn't matter, any platform, right? By the end of the day, we're all working with human beings. Those that's watching this podcast are human beings. People that we interact with in the stores, when we going on corporate events, networking events, different things of that nature. We're all dealing with human beings. So what does that mean? That means that unless there's really something wrong with that individual, right? More times than not, people love that appreciation. They love for the fact that someone admired and took the time out as far as to read their content, even if it's like for a few seconds, but still just showing that. It means a lot. And that always stood out to me. And just learning more about this individual and just her resilience and how the way that she conducts business, how the way that she treats people. Another thing in which that she mentioned that stood out to me, she gave many, many lessons. And by the way, too, let me say this for the record, the stuff in which that she was teaching, quite frankly, she could have charged thousands and it would have been validated. Because she would just give us nuggets and nuggets on top of nuggets. But another thing in which that, and then I'm thinking about it, which comes to mind, is that when you are dealing with individuals, again, it's all about the golden rule. You want to treat others how you want others to treat you. And that's on consultations, especially too for all my coaches out there, those that's starting up, those that's trying to get their practice out there. When you're having consultations, you are there for the person. You are there for that client. You are with, how do I used to say it? You have to be intentional about the call, and you have to give your full focus to that person. That means if a call comes in, that means if a message comes in, you have to tune that out, mute it, because all that matters during that 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, hour, whatever the case is, only thing that matters is that other person that's watching you on Zoom or taking a phone call. They're the only thing that matters. And so that stuck with me. And just also too, because she's just like an amazing person. And like, really, I mean, one of the most positive people that I have met through these social media streets. And she really has a heart of gold, and her family is super, super awesome. So Coach Jackie, more than likely, if you're watching this, you're probably creating some content. I remember last time I spoke with her, I believe she said that she was creating her own social media agency, in which I wouldn't be shocked if that's doing at least six figures a year, if not a month. I wouldn't be surprised because, like I said, she has skills to pay the bills for real. But what I really can share with you all, if I can summarize Mrs. Jackie Stroh, if there's one word that I can come up with for her, I would have to say authentic. I would have to say that. I really, really would. I really, really would. And she's an individual that you definitely want to get to know, has tons of knowledge. I mean, she is a serial entrepreneur. She is about her business. But I tell you what, if you give her the time of day, the stuff that you will learn from her, if you serious, like all my other mentors, just like everyone that I'm going to highlight during this month, and notice that there's a theme here. If you are serious and you're willing to commit time, effort, money, yes, I said money, for some people may scare like, oh, I got money. Yes, if you're an entrepreneur, you have to have a budget, right? You have to be willing to invest in yourself. You have to be willing if you're looking to move forward. I just had to get that out there. I just had to get that out there. But if you are willing to have those qualities that I mentioned, then I believe Miss Jackie Stroll would be someone amazing that you can connect with. So I hope that Miss Jackie, if you're out there, if you're listening, I hope that I did you justice. Obviously, I can't tell my story better than you can, obviously. But if I did a good job or a great job, then hey, it was all worth it. And if I messed up on certain points, by all means, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm humble. I'm willing to learn. And yeah. So I'm glad that somebody got something out of it. Well, I hope that someone got something out of it. Please stay tuned because there's going to be more individuals in which I will be highlighting. Some of these individuals may know. A lot of them, they don't have a clue that they're going to be highlighted. But somebody asked me, Shawn, why are you doing this, man? I mean, you could be doing anything else. You can be talking about the Small Business Network. You can be talking about your brand. You can be talking about your coaching packages that's happening. You can be talking about the speaking engagements and opportunities that's coming up down the pipeline. You know, you can be talking about so much that you got going on, right? There's so much in which you can talk about. You can tell your audience, right? You should be trying to promote more. You should be trying to sell more. And the answer in which I gave him is very simple. It's a wise man that told me one time, and a wise woman, when you get a platform such as this, the best thing that you can do, is talk about others and the experiences in which that you had gotten from these individuals in a positive manner. And when I heard that, it literally shook my whole entire thinking, my whole entire mindset. It just went whoop. And I believe by the end of the day, if all of us as entrepreneurs can use our platforms and highlight those that really create a major influence in our lives, and that's still doing it to this day, man, you want to talk about millionaires and billionaires exploding in record time? Wow, it'll be something else. But until then, family, this concludes episode 147 of Transformation Greatness along with the Small Business Network podcast. If you have gotten any value from my podcast or my other fellow co-hosts, by all means, please feel free to reach out to us. Leave us a comment as well. If you find any of our services as very appealing and you would like to discuss more in detail, by all means, please feel free to book a consultation. We can definitely go ahead and strategize and talk about as far as what are your goals, what you're looking to do, and also see how any of our services or my services can be of any benefit to you. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys so much, and I'm going to end this segment like I do all my others. And if what I stated on here either motivated, transformed, or inspired at least one person, may God be the glory, and I take no credit for absolutely none of it. And until then, you're all amazing. I appreciate all your time. Enjoy the rest of this Wednesday evening. By His grace and mercy, look forward to seeing you all on the next episode. Peace and love, family. Thank you for your time. Good night.